Hey guys, instead of a shilling audio this week, I wanted to offer up something else. And I suppose the only thing I really have to offer right at this moment is a little bit of intimacy. And that's not a code word for something sexy. It's very much it's very much an honest word. You're going to see quite a bit more of the real me, the one that hides behind all the bravado, in this audio. So, I very strongly encourage you, if you want to hold on to illusions, to go ahead and maybe stop this, come back another time. Maybe make your way through the playlist first. The intimacy. Why the intimacy now? Well, for one, it is the actual holiday Thanksgiving, even if I celebrated it earlier this week. And for two, the first little roadblock has happened. And it was only a matter of time, but obviously it's a moment for self-reflection, the 24 hours after the first difficulty. So, what comes next? Where is it going? How do you dust yourself off and just keep on trucking on? Those kind of questions. So, first off, booze. That really helped. I had enough achievement points to unlock a 12-pack of my favorite beer, and I was actually in the process of enjoying it when the YouTube ban hammer fell on me. So that was nice. And then I got all kinds of nice messages, and that was very nice as well. And then I also had the podcast to focus on. So, all in all, actually, not a terrible evening. Not at all. But today is Thanksgiving, so instead of just saying, well, that's not terrible, what I should be saying is, I'm very grateful. So, I'm very grateful. And it's not a bit, and I'm speaking to you very earnestly right now. I'm very grateful for you. Whoever you are, if you're listening to this, you're in my life. And at least the majority of the time, you're wishing me well. You're encouraging me. You're supporting me. You want the best of me and the best for me, and you make me a better person. So I'm grateful for you. Really and truly. And I want you to know that. So, just like I have trouble asking for things, I have trouble saying thank you. So thank you. And I hope that sounds as sincere as I mean it. Thank you for being a part of this project, for being in my life, for being very good to me. Why these two subjects, and how do they tie up today? Well, the realization hit me sometime last night that YouTube could just go under. The no live streaming is a bummer, but not a big deal. The not being able to upload things over 10 minutes is actually a huge deal. That's the majority of my work. So, it's effectively a ban. Why gratitude? Because even if I have to nuke the whole channel, and I might, and even if I have to convert it so that it's just boyfriend experiences and Aesop's fables and what have you, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that ball was really starting to roll, and finally not hitting critical mass, but heading in that direction. So it's a bummer, but it's a satellite, it's a expansion. It's not you guys. I didn't lose any of you. And that's what's important to me right now. I hope that you feel, even at my most snarky and even at my most tired, that I care more about this project and us collectively than anything else. That this is where I'm putting all my points into, and I don't actually need any reassurance on that. I do it gladly because I know it's going to come back in good vibes at the very least. It's going to come back in positivity, experience, growth, but also, of course, so much more. Like I said, you can probably hear me choking up. See, nervous laughter. I always need to hide a little. It's getting better though. So, I didn't lose what's important. I didn't lose you. That is something to be really, really grateful for, don't you think? Because I do. Yeah. So what comes next? I don't know. But if you're there with me, then it's probably something good, yeah? So thank you. I'm grateful for you. Because I'm not doing the shilling thing, because it's a gratitude day, I thought instead I'd tell you a little bit about me. Everybody has those holiday trip foods. The holiday comes and they want that food. They need that food. It's not that holiday without that food. And for me, Thanksgiving is wonderful. But if you're listening to this, then you probably know that my answer for Thanksgiving is gravy and bread. Not that big a deal. And here's why. The actual Thanksgiving trip food for me comes the day after Thanksgiving. Or maybe 2 days after Thanksgiving, depending on the year. And it's a regional cuisine, as far as I can tell. It's also a household specialty. And I'm making it now. My mouth is watering. It's not going to be ready for hours and hours, but it is done. It's just got to cook now. What we do is we take the turkey carcass, all the not so easy to get meat, and we boil that bird. We boil the carcass and the bones and everything so that all the meat is nice and soggy and loose. And then we slather that in green chili peppers, all diced up nice and neat, and onions, and cumins, and tomato. We let it simmer to a nice little sauce with that turkey. Then we add some beans, pinto beans, painted beans, and just let those beans soak up the flavor of the turkey. And then you have what could be, arguably, one of the best stews in the world. One of the best stews you could ever have on a cold day. But we're just getting started. So you take that and you put it over layered corn tortillas, not flour tortillas. This is very important, corn tortillas. So you layer that delicious semi-liquid broth, the turkey, the chilies and everything else, the beans, over the corn tortillas. And then you layer a 4 blend of cheese over that. And then you layer more corn tortillas and more of the turkey and more of the cheese. Rinse and repeat. And then at the very top, you put some cheese on top, and you have turkey stacked enchiladas. And they're so good. And I've been making them all morning, both to keep my hands busy and to keep my mind off the voice in my head that says, "Oh, YouTube falls, and so shall the rest of you." Because even though I call people on the Game of Thrones pejoratives for like, "Oh, you lost a castle. Oh, I guess you should give up." Here I am losing a YouTube channel, and I'm pouty. So to keep my mind off that voice, I've been cooking. They're baking now. The enchiladas, and then to make it extra sinful, once they're done, they're perfect. They're so good. But fuck it, it's a holiday meal. You can only have it once a year. So to make it extra sinful, you then take a section of these enchiladas that are perfect by themselves, that were perfect as a stew, and then you put them in a flour tortilla with melted cheese and extra green chili salsa. Wrap that up, and you have a double enchilada burrito. Oh, man. So, I wanted to say again, thank you. You are so good to me. You make me a better man. You make me a better person. I'm so grateful for you in this community and how positive it is. I've never seen an online community so positive. I've seen a lot of places with forced smiles and moderation up the wazoo. But as far as people actually being sweet and supportive and giving and generally nice to one another, this is all first for me. So thank you. And I hope you enjoyed hearing about the best meal that you'll never have, because, like, nobody in the world makes it. And I hope that you feel that I care about you, and that while this relationship is asymmetrical, it is nonetheless heartfelt on my end, and I try and put a lot of love into everything that I do. So, there we go. I think that should just about do it. If you're worried about me or what have you, please don't be. I hope you can hear in my voice that even, like 12 hours after the shit kicking, that I've still got the fight in me. I'm not giving up anytime soon. So, thank you one last time. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I hope you enjoy the content that we continue to make together. And let's figure out each and every little thing that's stopping us so that we can keep this project going, because I enjoy it as much as you do. Happy holiday.